Imagine standing at the base of a giant that has watched the world change for hundreds of thousands of years. A massive snow-capped sentinel rising out of the California wilderness, so isolated and so vast that it creates its own weather. This is Mount Shasta. But don't let the postcards fool you. To the locals, to the hikers who have barely escaped with their lives, and to the indigenous tribes who refuse to step foot on certain slopes, this isn't just a mountain. It is a lighthouse for the unexplained. It is a place where the laws of physics don't just bend, they break. Why is it that experienced climbers, people who have conquered the Himalayas, feel a sense of soul-crushing dread the moment they cross the timberline here? Why do electronic instruments fail? And why do compasses spin in circles as if the mountain itself is trying to hide its true north? Think about that for a second. Have you ever been in a place where the air felt heavy, like someone was standing right behind you, even though you were miles from civilization? Have you ever seen a light in the woods that didn't move like a flashlight or a plane, but pulsed like a heartbeat? The mystery of Shasta isn't just about what's on the mountain, it's about what is inside it. For over a century, rumors have persisted of a hidden subterranean world. We aren't talking about simple caves or lava tubes. We are talking about Telos, a city of light, inhabited by survivors of the lost continent of Lemuria. Legend says that when their world sank beneath the Pacific, they didn't perish. They retreated into the earth, carving a high-tech sanctuary beneath the rock of Shasta. People claim to have seen them, 7-foot-tall beings in shimmering white robes, walking through the forest, only to vanish into solid stone walls. It sounds like science fiction, right? But then how do you explain the massive saucer-shaped clouds that hover over the peak for days, even when there isn't a breeze in the valley? Skeptics call them lenticular clouds. Believers call them cloaking devices for ships entering and exiting the mountain. If a civilization really lived beneath your feet, would you want to find the entrance, or would you stay as far away as possible? Do you believe a mountain can be a physical doorway to another dimension, or is it all just a trick of the high-altitude air on the human mind? Let's talk about the disappearances, because this is where the wonder turns into a nightmare. Mount Shasta is a hotspot for the missing 411 phenomenon. People don't just get lost here, they evaporate. In one famous case, a 3-year-old boy vanished in seconds while playing near his family. When he was found miles away, days later, he told a story that chilled the search party to the bone. He didn't say he was cold or scared. He said he was taken into a cave by a robot grandmother and a group of people who looked like us but weren't. He described a world of underground hallways and strange lights. He was 3. How does a toddler invent a narrative that matches the descriptions of Lemurian architecture from books written 100 years before he was born? There are stories of hikers finding holes in the forest, circles of silence, where no birds sing and no wind blows. They step inside and see a landscape that doesn't match the California woods. They see lush, prehistoric jungles or gleaming metallic towers, only to blink and find themselves back on a dusty trail. Hours of their life suddenly gone. Before we go any deeper into the dark pyramid hidden under the ice, I want to take a quick second to ask you a favor. If you love diving into the world's most terrifying and unexplained mysteries as much as I do, please hit that subscribe button right now. Give this video a like and share it with someone who isn't afraid of the dark. It helps me keep these investigations going so we can uncover the truth together. Now, let's look at the Dark Pyramid. In the 1970s, a geologist reportedly used ground-penetrating sonar on the mountain and found something that shouldn't exist: a massive hollow space shaped like a perfect tetrahedron, miles beneath the summit. Shortly after his discovery, he was allegedly visited by men in suits, and his research was confiscated. Why is the government so protective of a volcano? Why are there certain no-fly zones around the peak that aren't on any official maps? Some whistleblowers suggest that Shasta isn't just a home for Lemurians, but a dual-purpose base, a joint operation between advanced beings and human military forces, utilizing ancient technology that we can't even begin to understand. Is it possible that our governments are in contact with whatever lives inside that mountain? If you found a portal in the woods today, would you have the courage to step through it, knowing you might never come back to this reality? The strangeness doesn't stop at the ground. Pilots flying over the region have reported their navigation systems going haywire, or seeing cities of gold shimmering through the clouds where there should only be snow and rock. There's the story of a man who was hiking at night and saw a blue light emerge from a cliff face. He followed it, thinking it was a rescue team, only to find himself standing in front of a massive, seamless metal door embedded in the granite. As he approached, he felt a vibration in his teeth, a hum that grew so loud it knocked him unconscious. When he woke up, he was in a hospital bed 2 towns over, with no memory of how he got there. Does the mountain have a mind of its own? Is it protecting something, or is it hunting us? We often think of ourselves as the masters of this planet, but places like Mount Shasta remind us that we are just guests, and some of the permanent residents have been here a lot longer than we have. Moving deeper into the shadow of the peak, we encounter a layer of the mystery that most people are too afraid to talk about: the men in black and the strange, silent watchers of the mountain. For decades, residents of the town of Mount Shasta have reported seeing black SUVs with tinted windows and no license plates patrolling the access roads leading to the higher elevations. These aren't forest rangers. These are men in crisp, dark suits who appear out of nowhere whenever a hiker gets too close to a sensitive area. What are they guarding? Is it just a geological survey, or are they keeping us away from a truth that would shatter our understanding of human history? Think about the coordination it takes to hide a secret this big. Do you think it's possible for a government to keep an entire civilization hidden in plain sight for over a century? Or is the mountain itself doing the hiding, using its own electromagnetic field to scramble our satellites and our minds? The connection between Mount Shasta and ancient India is one of the most mind-bending parts of this puzzle. Ancient Sanskrit texts, the Vedas, speak of Vimanas, flying chariots that moved at the speed of thought and were powered by mercury and light. Many researchers believe that these weren't just myths, but accounts of actual technology. And where did these Vimanas go? There are those who claim that the UFOs seen diving into the side of Mount Shasta are actually modern-day Vimanas, returning to an ancient global network of underground bases. They say the mountain is a massive hangar, a relic of a time when the Earth was a hub for interstellar travel. If you saw a craft made of shimmering gold or translucent crystal flying silently above you, would you assume it was from another planet, or from our own forgotten past? Is it more terrifying to think we are being visited by aliens, or that a superior version of humanity has been living beneath us all along? The local legends of the little people also take a dark turn. Unlike the graceful Lemurians, these beings are described as small, mischievous, and potentially dangerous. They are said to live in the in-between places, the cracks in the rocks, and the deep shadows of the canyons. Witnesses claim these small figures possess the power to cloud a person's mind, making them wander off the trail and into the mouth of a cave. Could these be the same beings responsible for the bizarre missing 411 cases, where people vanish without leaving a single footprint in the snow? Have you ever felt like you were being watched while walking in the woods, even though you knew you were alone? Do you think some parts of nature are forbidden to humans for a reason? There is a theory that Mount Shasta sits on a ley line intersection, a massive highway of Earth energy. This energy doesn't just power the mountain, it acts as a battery for the consciousness of everyone on it. This is why some people experience intense spiritual awakenings at the summit, while others descend in a state of total psychological breakdown. The mountain magnifies what is already inside you. If you go there with fear, the mountain will give you a nightmare. If you go with a seeking heart, it might just show you the stars. Before we enter the final chapter, and reveal the chilling truth behind the blackout zones on the summit. I need your help. If this journey into the heart of the mountain is gripping you, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. Smash that like button and share this with your friends who love a good mystery. Your support is the engine that keeps these deep dives going, and we have many more secrets to uncover. Now let's talk about the zone of silence near the peak. There is a specific area on the north face where sound literally dies. You can scream at the top of your lungs, and the person standing 10 feet away won't hear a whisper. Electronic devices don't just malfunction here, they die permanently. Batteries that were at 100% are drained to zero in seconds. Scientists who have tried to study this phenomenon often find their equipment sabotaged by accidents before they can even set up. If science can't explain why a mountain can eat electricity and swallow sound, then what are we left with? Are we looking at a natural anomaly, or the exhaust system of a massive ancient machine buried deep within the crust? Finally, we must confront the most polarizing theory of all, the hollow Earth. Many researchers believe that Mount Shasta isn't just a home for a single city, but one of the primary northern entrances to a vast inner world. They describe the Earth not as a solid ball of molten rock, but as a shell, with a central sun and sprawling continents on the inside. According to this theory, the volcano is actually a massive ventilation shaft for a world we aren't supposed to know exists. If this is true, it would explain why the military is so obsessed with the perimeter. Imagine the chaos if the public realized that everything we've been taught about geology and history was a lie. Do you think we are living on the crust of a much larger, much older civilization? If there was a sun inside the Earth, would it be a paradise or a prison for things that were banished from the surface eons ago? There are those who have seen the Shasta light, a beam of pure violet energy that occasionally shoots from the summit into the upper atmosphere. NASA has never commented on it. The local news ignores it. But for the people watching from their porches in the valley, it is a reminder that the mountain is active in ways that have nothing to do with magma. Some believe this is a communication array, sending data to the stars, or perhaps receiving instructions from a distant galaxy. We are so focused on looking for life on Mars that we might be completely missing the fact that a more advanced intelligence is living right in our backyard, using our own planet as a base of operations. If you were an alien or an ancient survivor, would you hide in a place as obvious as a mountain, or is the obviousness the best camouflage? Is the best place to hide a secret right in front of everyone's eyes? As we look at the final piece of the puzzle, we look at the guardian of the gate. Hikers near the summit have reported encountering a man who looks perfectly normal, wearing modern hiking gear, who warns them to turn back because of upcoming weather. Even on a perfectly clear day, those who ignore him often find themselves trapped in sudden, violent storms that appear out of nowhere, or they experience a sense of psychic weight so heavy they can't take another step. This man is never seen by more than one person at a time, and he never leaves footprints in the snow. He is the mountain's final warning system. What happens if you ignore the warning? Are the people who disappear on Shasta being harvested, or are they simply stepping through a door that only opens one way? Would you risk your life to know the ultimate truth, or is some knowledge better left buried in the ice? The mystery of Mount Shasta is a mirror. It reflects our greatest hopes for a hidden paradise and our deepest fears of the unknown. It is a place where science fails and myth becomes reality. Whether it's a Lemurian sanctuary, a military cover-up, or a gateway to the hollow earth, one thing is certain: the mountain is not what it seems. It stands there, cold and beautiful, waiting for the next curious soul to wander too far off the path. Before we end this journey, I want to say a huge thank you for sticking with me through this deep dive. If you want to see more scripts like this on ancient tech and hidden worlds, make sure you are subscribed. Like the video to help us beat the algorithm, and share this with your favorite conspiracy theorist. Your support means everything. As you look at the stars tonight, remember that the most alien place in the universe might not be light years away. It might be right under the rock and snow of a California volcano. The question isn't whether the mysteries of Mount Shasta are real. The question is, are you ready to face what's waiting inside? So, after everything we've uncovered, the missing hikers, the silent men in black, the ancient Vimana technology, and the cities of light hidden beneath the crust, we are left with one final haunting question. What if Mount Shasta isn't just a place of mystery? What if it's a mirror? Think about it. We spend our lives looking up at the stars, searching for signs of advanced intelligence, terrified or hopeful that we aren't alone in the universe. But what if we've been looking in the wrong direction the entire time? What if the aliens aren't from a distant galaxy, but from right here? What if they are a version of us that chose a different path eons ago, retreating into the heart of the world, while we stayed on the surface to fight our wars and build our fragile cities? Does it scare you to think that a superior power could be living just a few miles beneath your feet, watching us like we watch ants in a jar? Do you think they are waiting for us to become ready to join them? Or are they simply waiting for us to disappear so they can reclaim the surface? The legends of the Shasta, the Wintu, and the Seekers of Telos all point to the same truth. The mountain is alive. It has a pulse, a purpose, and a protection that we cannot penetrate with our current science. We can fly our drones, we can drill our holes, and we can send in our search teams. But the mountain only reveals what it wants to reveal. It is the ultimate gatekeeper of Earth's greatest secrets. If you ever find yourself driving through Northern California, and you see that massive lonely peak rising out of the mist, pay attention to how your body feels. If you feel a sudden, inexplicable urge to turn back, maybe you should listen. Some doors are locked for a reason. Some mysteries aren't meant to be solved. They are meant to be feared.